first thing is one of the questions that I have in my mind, and then people have been asking about the definition of a bias. Has it changed more recently in the last year or so? And if so, or if not, whatever that is, what are the sources of bias that you're identifying here?
Okay, so that's an interesting question, because fundamentally, I haven't in the tracking work that I do, which covers the cybersecurity, the policy, regulatory, and basically responsible AI framework space. I haven't come across anything that tries to redefine bias or redefine fairness. What has, however, changed are the actors that are going to basically be either being biased, or their bias is going to essentially be confined and constrained. So I'll give you, like, the thing is, a lot of people try to separate these types of concerns from the very practical side of actual AI, ML deployment and development and operations. Since I've seen both, I can give you like a more practical view on it. Mm-hmm. So here's one. You have a business. They don't want to pay OpenAI or Anthropic a ton of money for API calls. And those who are not technical in the audience, API calls are very simply, if you don't want to use the GUI web interface and you want to make something more automated, you can sort of ping an AI model that's sitting on the internet for a little bit of money, and it'll give you a response in the same way it does in a chat window. These cost money, and for big AI providers, they will charge a lot, and the fees add up. So then the question is, okay, where does bias play into all this? Well, we live in a time now where we have a lot of open source AI. A lot of them. If you go on Hugging Face, there's tons of models floating around out there. Some of these models have been modified, and the modifications done to these models were not completely documented, right? If someone is now going to deploy a model that's open source, that's been modified, and it fits their use case, it's not the fact that we know that there is explicit bias, but any assurance that maybe Meta or another big provider that's made the original version of the model free, those assurances go away, because now we have people modifying models to their own needs and then uploading them online. So now we're kind of back to this black box scenario. You might have a bunch of documentation from Meta AI or someone else saying, hey, look, we made this, we tested this in this way. But as soon as you modify the model, there is the potentiality of bias creeping back in, especially when you train it on new data. So the lack of documentation has a direct relationship with the possibility of more bias kind of creeping into a model.
Wow, that's a very interesting way of looking at it. Cortnie, so yeah, please, if you could parse it from your own angle, from an AI truth that you deal with it.
Well, I actually completely agree with what Hassan just said. I mean, you don't know what's in the background of a lot of the large language models and what filters everybody's coming with, including the base models themselves, actually, not just the open source ones that everybody's starting to add into Hugging Face and other places, and modifying them themselves, but even just the transferred learning there. We don't even know what's behind a lot of the initial neural nets, right? For the large language models, because there's by design, that's a hidden layer. It's literally called a hidden layer. So, I mean, we don't know what's in the hidden layer exactly, except for the people who trained it. And a lot of times they're just dumping as much stuff into these models and languages, as they can, and using all of the latest approaches to try and make things as unbiased as possible. But at the end of the day, you don't know exactly what went into that and what those neural nets are actually focusing on when they bring back words or bring back responses. I think the one that we've been seeing a lot lately is like that I've just been seeing that I think we can all relate to, because we've seen it out there in the news and some other places, is just the way that Trump is, like, if you look up Trump, depending on what your search history and the way that you've looked at things in the past, it brings up different results for different people, right? So sometimes Gemini brings up, information. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it brings up incorrect. It's bent towards a certain direction, and it just becomes clear. It's like, wow, well, it's pretty bad when we can't get, just regular old, was this person a president or not, answered without having, a canned response of, well, that's a political discussion. It's like, no, actually, let's just find out who was the president. I know, like this president and that president should be able to be mentioned without having a canned response, which I think a lot of groups are doing that. And that is, it's quickly getting just kind of to like a ridiculous level, I think, honestly. It's just, we're seeing people go way off the rails with just, now I just won't answer any questions. So it just begs the question of how far are we going to go with how we think about bias?